everyone, and welcome to T20 Stars. I'm Shane Watson. Today I'm going to give you just a bit of a preview into this upcoming IPL here in the UAE. But before I get into it, please don't forget to subscribe to the T20 Stars YouTube channel and also sign up to the T20 Stars newsletter by going to t20stars.com to be able to get an understanding how to be able to win my CSK playing jersey signed by the whole CSK squad. So now I'm going to get into just a bit of the preview to this season's IPL. So this is a very, very different IPL. There's no question, as the world is so different right now from where it was even 6 months ago, with the impact that COVID-19 has had on the whole world. This is a very different experience from traveling, initially getting on the plane at the airport. It's just it's a very different experience. On the plane, everything is very sterile. And then once we've got here in Dubai, to be quarantined for 7 days, and then it was for CSK because of a few positive tests, it extended to another 7 days as well. So we had 14 days in quarantine. But the great thing has been our preparation for CSK. Since we're able to get out of our quarantine, our lockdown, our preparation has been great. Our training sessions, the facilities here in Dubai have been phenomenal. At the ICC Cricket Academy, all the centre wicket and nets and that we had are phenomenal. We've had 2 internal practice matches as well, which has been a great way to be able to sort of get some match practice because we're all a little bit underdone. So from CSK's perspective, yeah, we had a bit of a setback at the start by having to extend our quarantine for another week, but I feel we're definitely ready to go. If we had another week, it would have probably dragged out another week of training. It probably would have dragged out a little bit more. So I'm excited for us to be able to get into our first game against the Mumbai Indians in Abu Dhabi. Everyone's absolutely pumped to be able to get back into doing what we love doing, playing cricket. So we can't wait for it all to be able to kick off. As always with CSK, I'm very confident that we'll have another great season. We've got a lot of really experienced players and world-class players. Yeah, we've lost Suresh Raina. There's no question that he's an incredible player. So we're gonna have to fill that that hole that he's left, and also Harbhajan Singh, who is Budgie's just a world-class bowler. So there's no doubt there's 2 big holes there we're gonna have to fill, but we've got great depth in our squad. We've got a lot of experience in and around the whole team. So we're led incredibly well by MS Dhoni and Stephen Fleming as well. So we're in as good a shape as we possibly can to be able to have a great season, knowing that we're coming off for majority of cricketers are coming off a big layoff. So that's going to be the biggest challenge for us, is to be able to get up to match speed, match fitness, match intensity when we hit the ground in our first game against the Mumbai Indians. I'll have to say the biggest challenge for all teams throughout this IPL season is how well they're able to manage this incredibly different environment that we're going to be playing in, with having no crowds at the grounds, it being very even away from the cricket ground for training and playing. It's a very sort of sterile environment. Apart from being able to sort of spend time with some of your teammates, it's just a different experience. So it's the teams that manage themselves as well as they can, especially from a mental perspective, will be the team that is the most consistent and has the most success throughout this tournament. Because again, it's a very different experience to what we're doing. So being able to get individuals to be able to get up for the contest, for the match, because there's no crowd, there's no incredible intensity that a big crowd provides. It's going to have to be internal. It's going to have to be that battle between batsman and bowler and team against team that really gets that intensity up. So that I see is going to be probably one of the defining factors between which teams have the most success in this IPL tournament and the teams that don't, and potentially maybe drop off towards the end. So that's a huge competitive advantage for the team that really does get that right. My favourites for this IPL season to be able to win it is, of course, it's CSK. We've got an incredible squad. We've got a great track record to doing incredibly well throughout all IPL tournaments. So CSK, Mumbai Indians, of course, they're always incredibly good. They had an amazing tournament last season. They just pipped us in the last over in that final, but they dominated throughout that season, especially against us at CSK. And the one that I never ever can write off is the Delhi Capitals. Coached by Ricky Ponting. They've been underachievers, there's no doubt, but Ricky's an incredible guy, he's an incredible coach. So I've got a feeling they're gonna be able to turn it on. This year could potentially be their year. Hopefully to meet us in the CSK in the final. But yeah, I just got a feeling the Delhi Capitals. But across the board, look, every that's the beauty of the IPL. Every team is incredibly good. So any time teams match up, any team can win because the quality of all the players throughout the squads, let alone the teams, they're just world-class players across the board. So any team can dominate and do incredibly well. But I've just got a feeling that the Delhi Capitals potentially it's going to be their year this year. And knowing the calibre of players that are in all the IPL squads, it just reinforces again how important it is for the players and the teams who manage themselves the best in this very different environment, mentally especially. They're going to be the team that gets momentum and is able to hold momentum consistently throughout the tournament. So that's going to be the defining factor for sure. So throughout this IPL season, I'm going to be doing a debrief of every game that CSK plays, just to give some thoughts around the game and give some insights as well. So I'm going to be uploading them after every game. So I hope you all get into it and enjoy my insights around the tournament, around the games we play for CSK. And yeah, thanks so much for all your continued support, for the people who've subscribed to the T20 Stars YouTube channel, and for the people who continue to interact with me and T20 Stars with all the content that I'm uploading. So thanks so much again for your support, and I'll look forward to catching you all very soon.